This one's all about nostalgia. I couldn't resist this. Dude, Hasbro re-released the Sky Striker from the 80s. It's something that I always thought was the dopest toy ever. You know, most people did back then when we were kids, and it's still considered the dopest till this day, or the best, or whatever. Well, years later, right, decades later, now that we're adults or whatever, they re-released the G.I. Joe Sky Striker, and I found a real good deal on it. And I'm not into collecting G.I. Joes or anything like that, but I couldn't resist. I talked myself into it with like buying one of these things with, you know, all sorts of rationale that makes zero sense. But I figured that I would, I don't know, maybe I'll hang it up in a game room in the corner by some fishing line, or maybe I'll give it to one of my friend's kids that has kids that are, you know, the proper age to really have one of these. But I don't know, it's cool to, I don't know, whatever. I got one. So let me show it off to you guys real quick. I'm not going to be one of those guys on YouTube that you see that, I watched a few videos about them. You know, guys that sound like they haven't ever seen a live set of boobies in their life. Right? But, you know what I'm saying, like Comic-Con type people. Or, I don't know. Respect. I'm not trying to bag at anybody, but I fell for it, dude. This thing's cool. Well, here we go. There's, you know, the Sky Striker from G.I. Joe, which is obviously modeled after the F-14 Tomcat, one of one of the famous planes ever. And they redid Captain Ace. If you guys remember from the 80s, Captain Ace looked like an astronaut. So that's pretty cool that they redid him. The jet now is like a light gray instead of a plastic shiny white like it was, so it looks more realistic. And then the tail wings are now black, which signifies in the Navy that you land on an aircraft carrier, which is pretty cool. All the missiles under here are actually real missiles that our military has, like the Phoenix and the Sparrow and Sidewinder missiles, which if you look into the history of them, I know the history of them, I'm not going to sit here and bore you guys with that, but it's pretty phenomenal. The only complaint that I guess that everyone complains about is the cockpit now, although more detailed, only fits the one guy instead of, you know, pilot and navigator like the original F-14 Tomcat. But other than that, this thing's pretty dope. I mean, it's pretty original to the Tomcats in real life, and that's probably one of the reasons why it's so popular with all the movies and whatnot. So I got one and just wanted to show it off to you guys. If you guys plan on getting one yourself, if you have kids or for yourself or whatever reason, these stickers on the plane, you can see they're everywhere. Every one of these little stickers I had to put on by hand, right? It took like forever. So if you ever pick one of these things up for yourself or for, you know, your son or whoever, just realize you're going to spend at least like 2-3 hours getting those stickers on. But other than that, just want to show it to you and have you guys a look-see. And kind of reminds me of a movie, which this jet probably reminds you guys of too. And I'll take out the video with this clip.
Tower, this is Ghost Rider requesting a flyby.
Negative, Ghost Rider. The pattern is full.
No, ma'am. This is not a good idea. Sorry, Goose, but it's time to bust the tower.
Wait.